Got me reminiscing back to when days were great. Got me wishing it was 1988.
Got me reminiscing back to when times were great. Got me wishing it was 1988.
Hello Lime Nation, welcome back to the Rap Flashback, your monthly dose of Hip Hop 101. When October comes around, the weather gets chilly, the foliage starts to change colors, and everybody goes on a pumpkin-flavored everything kick. The month, of course, culminates with Halloween, a day where eye candy and regular candy are both at their finest, and we can tap into our alter egos while indulging in sweets and a little partying. Here at JP Line Productions, our indulgence is hip-hop, and because we're rappers who run an online magazine, we're always in costume. Let me be clear, around here the fun never stops. So without further ado, let's get this party started with some noteworthy October album releases. The diabolical Biz Markie released his second studio album, The Biz Never Sleeps, on October 10th, 1989. Featuring production from Paul C. and Biz's cousin, Cool V, the record peaked at number 66 on the Billboard 200 chart and number 9 on the R&B and hip-hop charts. The standout track on this album is Biz's most well-known, Just a Friend, a fun track where Biz raps about one of his crushes leading him on and eventually breaking his heart when he catches her cheating with some college stud. I feel your pain, Biz. We've all been there. F that hoe. Now, typically, we set up some sort of gimmicky joke to segue into these catchy old school tracks, but Just a Friend needs no such setup. So, Prof, come here, home slice. All right, now, everybody out there on the internet watching with us, sing along now.
You got what I need. You say he's just a friend. You say he's just a friend. All right, baby.
Rock and Roll Hall of Fame inductees Public Enemy released their fourth studio album, Apocalypse 91, on October 3rd, 1991. Featuring PE's trademark politically conscious approach, the album peaked at number 4 on the Billboard 200 and number 1 on the R&B and hip-hop charts. Its standout tracks were Can't Trust It, a favorite of mine, Shut 'Em Down, and By the Time I Get to Arizona, a song that called out those remaining U.S. states at the time that didn't recognize Martin Luther King Jr.'s birthday as a national holiday, Arizona, of course, being among them. Another great album from Chuck D, Flavor Flav and Company, Apocalypse 91 would go platinum in just 6 weeks, ensuring that the band's momentum from the 80s would remain strong into the early 90s. Salute to Public Enemy, one of the greatest rap groups of all time by any measure, and perhaps the most important. Common, known at the time as Common Sense, dropped his debut album, Can I Borrow a Dollar, on October 6, 1992. The album featured singles Take It Easy, Soul by the Pound, and Break a 1-9, and helped establish Common and Chicago hip-hop as forces to be reckoned with. Common Sense released his second album, Resurrection, on October 25, 1994. Though considered top-notch by many today, at the time, Resurrection failed to sell many units. Its standout track, however, I Used to Love Her, is a true classic and one of my all-time favorites. The word her is purposely presented as an acronym in the song title. Some theorize that it stands for hip-hop in its essence is real, which works, but seems a bit long and drawn out for a 3-letter acronym. The other popular theory makes more sense to me. Hearing every rhyme, as in I used to love hearing every rhyme. Doesn't that just sound better?
Church.
Agreed. In any event, in the track, Common talks about his ups and downs over the years with a special girl in his life. That, of course, turns out to be a metaphor for hip-hop itself. Told over a smooth but funky No ID track, the story of Common falling in love with hip-hop, expressing his frustrations and angst as she was led astray, and ultimately professing his dedication to her, results in a track that might be one of the 15 greatest rap songs of all time, and maybe even better than that.
Tabernacle.
Thank you, Prof. Wu-Tang's Ghostface Killah released his solo debut, Iron Man, on October 29, 1996. Featuring the hardcore but groovy Daytona 500 and the brutally honest and emotional All That I Got Is You, the album debuted at number 2 on the Billboard 200 and number 1 on the R&B and hip-hop charts, and kept Wu-Tang going strong in 96. No small feat when you consider it was the 6th overall Wu-Tang project. Ghost showcases his lyrical prowess as he brings the raw and uncut, but also shows a vulnerable side that was received well by hip-hop heads and casual fans alike. Big ups Ghostface Killah for dropping a gem. Wu-Tang forever. And to wrap up this segment, one of Professor's favorite MCs, Mos Def, now known as Yasin Bey, released Black on Both Sides on October 12, 1999. a year after his wildly successful Black Star collaboration with Talib Kweli. Yasin's first solo release is a deep, strong, intelligent look at the state of hip-hop during one of its most successful and transitional eras. The album would go gold 4 months after its release, powered by lead singles Miss Fat Booty and the soulful Umi Says. This album was more than 2 tracks deep though. Songs like New World Water, Rock and Roll, and Mathematics are all rooted in commentary about important world issues, but not too. And of course, Yasin's lyrical acuity is on display throughout. While he and Kweli would continue to collaborate and tour, retaining their title as hip-hop's most unofficial duo, Black on Both Sides show that the artist, lightning rods for the subgenre known as conscious rap, were no less powerful as individual entities. Yasin would go on to release 3 other albums. His second, The New Danger, was also an October release, the 19th in 2004. Big ups Mos Def, Yasin Bey, or whatever name he may come up with next, because either way you slice it, the man delivers on the mic. Even though we typically focus on old school hip hop here on the Rap Flashback, for this segment we're going to big up 2 more recent October releases. Pusha T released his debut solo effort, My Name Is My Name, on October 7th, 2013. Powered by a strong production team featuring Kanye West, but also including No ID, Swiss Beats, and The Dream, among others. It featured guest appearances by a who's who of today's top rappers, such as Rick Ross, Young Jeezy, and 2 Chainz. The album debuted at number 4 on the Billboard 200 and is widely regarded as one of the best rap albums of 2013. 40 Acres is a dope conscious track that I enjoy on this album, but my favorite is by far the Kendrick Lamar-assisted Nostalgia, which also features a KRS-One vocal sample from The Bridge Is Over that feels organic within the context of the song's political yet gritty feel. Definitely one you should check out if you haven't already. And that brings us to October 22nd, 2012, the date Kendrick Lamar released Good Kid, Mad City, a modern-day classic that brought K-Dot and the TDE movement to the forefront of hip-hop's consciousness. A contemporary Boys in the Hood type tale presented over excellent production, advanced by 90s style skipped and album interludes, and powered by Kendrick's masterful storytelling over several different flows and deliveries. Listening to Good Kid, Mad City felt a lot like listening to Illmatic back in the day. Not only do you quickly realize you're listening to a masterpiece, you also get that feeling that hip-hop's next great star is rising. Backseat Freestyle and Swimming Pools are among go-to turn-up tracks, while Money Trees and Bitch Don't Kill My Vibe smooth it out for us. All throughout, however, Kendrick delivers thought-provoking rhymes that advance the album's narrative and keeps you rapping alongside with him. The album would eventually go platinum, one of the few rap albums to do so in this downtime for the music industry, and established Kendrick Lamar as one of, if not the, premier MC of the moment. Big ups to Pusha T and K-Dot for their noteworthy contributions to hip-hop's recent history. And as always, we'll end by shining a light on all the October babies that represent Hip Hop Nation. Big birthday shout-outs are in order, too. D12 member and Eminem's former hype man, Detroit's own Proof, October 2nd. Rest in power, Proof. Roots frontman Black Thought, October 3rd. Mos Def's Black Star cohort, Talib Kweli, October 3rd. Nick Cannon, October 8th. Wait, Nick Cannon? He's more known for acting and whatnot. What's he doing here?
The kid is hilarious, Scholar. Nick Cannon.
The legendary MC Lyte, October 11th. Young Jeezy, October 12th. Songwriter, producer, MC, and cousin to R&B starlet Monica, Polo the Don, not to be confused with battle rapper Hollow the Don, or a fragrant bottle of Polo de Cologne, October 15th. Look at here, Wyclef Jean of the Carnival fame, and his Fugees bandmate Pras, October 17th and October 19th, respectively. The highest selling rap artist of all time, Mr. Marshall Mathers himself, Eminem, October 17th. A JP Line Productions favorite, The Dogfather, Snoop Dogg, October 20th. Mr. Boombastic, Shaggy, October 22nd. Old school legend, Busy Bee Starski, October 26th. Adam Horowitz, aka Ad Rock of the Beastie Boys, one of the illest white MCs of all time, October 31st. And last and most definitely least, perhaps the worst rapper of all time across any color line, Robert Van Winkle, aka Vanilla Ice, October 31st. Word to your mother. And that concludes the Rap Flashback October edition. Be sure to check in with us monthly at www.jplineproductions.com for next month's Rap Flashback, as well as fresh content on all things hip-hop, sports, poetry, and entertainment. And while you're there, be sure to check out our music. We'd like to thank you all across the interwebs for joining us and wish you all a happy Halloween. For my partners, Professor and Spaceman, I am Scholar, and I'm out. Peace and lines, baby.